Alright, so today I'm going to compare the NEEWER FL20 to the SmallRig RF20C to see which one of these mini spotlights is going to be better for you. But before I start, I do want to mention that I got both of these spotlights for free from these brands in exchange of making this video. With that said, let's start with the price. So the price for the SmallRig light is $80 compared to only $66 for the NEEWER light. If you are interested in any of these lights, link is going to be down below. And in the box with these lights, you will get the lights, a rubber attachment, and also 20 plastic / like rubber gobos if you want to change the shape of the lights. Now, in terms of build quality, both of these lights are made of metal and feel pretty solid and premium when holding them in the hands. I would say the build quality is honestly more or less the same, but as you can see, the NEEWER light is slightly more chunky. It's a bit thicker, and also it feels a bit heavier compared to the SmallRig light. Here is the NEEWER light on the scale, 554 grams, and here is the SmallRig light, 515 grams. So more or less the same, but with the SmallRig being a bit thinner and lighter basically. Now, in terms of like mounting options, they are exactly the same. You have a thread on each side. The SmallRig light does also have like RE locking pins, as you can see. So you have one thread in here, one thread on the other side, and you also get like a thread at the bottom of these lights, as you can see right here. Next, in terms of like operation, they are more or less the same. With the SmallRig light, if you want to turn it on, you will press and then turn the knob and the light will turn on. If you want to switch color, you will just, press the knob basically. And if you want to adjust the brightness, you will turn the knob and back if you want to make it brighter. But as you can see, the SmallRig light does have like this flickering thing, which basically tells you it's going to go to the lowest brightness or the highest brightness. Whereas with the NEEWER light, you have to like press and hold. You will see like green on the inside of the light, and then you turn. And same thing, if you want to adjust the brightness, you just turn the knob, change the color, press the knob. But you don't get this flickering feature like on the SmallRig, as you can see. Next, both of these lights have a USB-C port, as you can see in here, to power on the light and also charge it at the same time. So you can use the light at full brightness, charge it and use it at the same time without any problems. But with the NEEWER light, what I like is that you have this LED indicator. So if you're going to press and hold, you will see the indicators basically turn on, telling you how much battery capacity you have with this light. Whereas with the SmallRig, if you want to see the battery capacity, you'll have to rely on this light in here. So if it's green, it means it's okay. And if it's gonna turn red, basically, it's basically telling you that the battery is almost completely depleted. And in terms of like battery capacity, the NEEWER light has 4,500 milliampere hours compared to 5,000 milliampere hours on the SmallRig light. Honestly, I haven't really compared the battery life between these lights, but I have some experience with the SmallRig light and it works really well even at like full brightness. And of course, you can always like plug a cable to one of these lights and basically charge them and use them at full brightness at the same time. And then the maximum output of these lights is 20 watts, as you can see in here. And before I move to sharing the performance of these lights, I want to mention that there is one big downside of the SmallRig light, which is the fan noise. So let me turn it on at full brightness so you can hear it for yourself. And I'm going to hold the light in here. It's about like 15 centimeters away from my microphone. It is definitely noticeable. It is significantly louder than my actual key light, which is 60 watts. Now let me switch to the NEEWER light. It's almost silent. So if you worry about fan noise, definitely consider the NEEWER light compared to the SmallRig light. But there is a compromise here. The SmallRig light is significantly brighter for my tests, at least. I tested these lights with my lux meter. I put them like 1 meter away from the lux meter. I tried all the colors and also with like the wide angle beam and also the tight angle beam to make it as fair as possible. And in almost all tests, the SmallRig light was significantly brighter, if not like twice as bright as the NEEWER light. So if you want a brighter light, but with fan noise, SmallRig is definitely for you. But if you don't want to have any fan noise, but it's coming at the cost of having like a slightly, you know, less bright light, then choose the NEEWER light. All right, another thing that I want to mention is that to my eyes, the white color accuracy of this light is a bit better on the NEEWER light. So here is how it looks like. A bit like bluish, if you will, and also like pay attention to the edges of the circle. There is not like a lot of color artifacts, if you will, compared to the SmallRig light. It is significantly more yellow and warm and also more green, and you get more artifacts at the edges of the circle. So again, this is the SmallRig light and this is the NEEWER light. You see how much different they are in terms of like color accuracy? SmallRig, NEEWER. All right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room. One of my main complaints about the SmallRig light is that once you take this rubber attachment, select a shape, and then put it on the light, and then you're gonna basically project that shape on the wall, you will get this mess. As you can see, the shape is not really sharp, there's no texture, and it just looks awful, especially compared to something like this. This looks amazing, right? The shape here on the left, which is another SmallRig light, by the way. But this shape in here looks awful. Let's try the NEEWER light. And as you can see, the NEEWER looks slightly better. There's slightly more texture to the shape, but it's definitely not as good as this here behind me, which has so much more sharpness and texture. Now, in my video about the SmallRig light, I've mentioned that you can remove this glass in here, basically, and it's gonna make the shape a bit sharper. So let's try it out with both lights. Here is the NEEWER light, and as you can see, the shape does look sharper, although it also looks bigger now at the same time. But this gives you slightly more close results to this in here. Now let's try the same thing with the SmallRig light. So I'm going to unscrew this front part, put the shape on, and now as you can see, this is what you get. The shape again is significantly bigger than with this attachment in here, but at least you get like a sharper shape with more texture. But still, it is not the same as this. If you want to get something like this, you will have to use this attachment in here. It's called basically a Snoot. It has like curtains that you can use to like adjust the shape of the light, and also you have like metal gobos which you can change. As you can see, this is the gobo that I'm using, and this part basically goes on top of your SmallRig light. It does make the light, as you can see, slightly bigger and of course heavier at the same time. But look what happens once I'm gonna point the light at the wall. Just need to open the curtains. As you can see, the shape now is just significantly better, and also you can adjust the focus. As you can see, now it's like blurry, and now I can make it sharper, like so. Now this Snoot attachment is $50 or $55, but honestly, as you can see, it's worth the money when using this attachment with this light, because it just makes the shape that you get from this light significantly sharper, better, and just more organic looking, if you will. And by the way, if I am going to unscrew this from the SmallRig light, you can also use this with the NEEWER light. And NEEWER also offers the same Snoot attachment, but for this light for a bit cheaper or more expensive. I honestly forgot. Links are going to be down below. And as you can see, it works perfectly fine. I can still adjust the focus to make it blurrier or sharper if I want to. So it's almost the same as like using it on the SmallRig light. Alright, so to summarize, if I had to choose between these two lights, I would honestly go for the SmallRig light, because as you saw, it is significantly brighter than the NEEWER light, although also it is slightly more expensive and significantly louder with the annoying fan noise, basically. But you let me know down below what you think, and also if you want to support this channel, affiliated links for these lights are going to be down below. Hopefully you found this video to be informative and useful, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.